I'm staring at my internet bill, and I just realized I've been overpaying by $57 every month for the past 2 years. That's $1,368 I could have saved just by negotiating my bill. You're probably thinking, that's not possible, internet and cable bills are fixed, right? But what if I told you that's not entirely true? You can negotiate your bills, and I'm about to show you how. If you're like me, you're probably feeling a bit frustrated, wondering how you could have missed this. You're checking your bank statements, trying to see where all your money is going, and you notice that your internet and cable bills have been slowly increasing over time. You're thinking, I haven't changed my plan, so why am I paying more? That's exactly what happened to me. I was on autopilot, just paying my bills without questioning them. But then I realized, I had the power to change that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to negotiate your internet, cable, and insurance bills. You'll be able to save hundreds, even thousands of dollars per year. And the best part? It's easier than you think. My friend, Rachel, a single mom working 2 jobs, was able to save $942 per year on her internet and cable bills. She's a great example of how this works. She called her provider, explained her situation, and they offered her a discount. It was that simple. Here's a small insight to get you started. Did you know that many internet and cable companies have a customer retention department? Their sole purpose is to keep you as a customer, even if it means giving you a better deal. So, when you call to negotiate, you're not just talking to a regular customer service rep, you're talking to someone who has the power to make changes to your bill. For instance, I recently called my provider and asked to speak with the customer retention department. They offered me a $30 discount on my monthly bill, just for being a loyal customer. Now, let's talk about the steps you can take to negotiate your bills. First, you need to do some research. Look at your current plan and compare it to what's available in the market. You can use websites like Wirecutter or CNET to find the best deals. Then, call your provider and ask to speak with the customer retention department. Explain your situation and let them know that you're considering switching to a different provider. Be honest, be polite, and be firm. Remember, the worst they can say is no. But in most cases, they'll work with you to find a solution. For example, let's say you're currently paying $150 per month for your internet and cable. You've done your research, and you found a better deal with a different provider for $100 per month. You call your current provider, and you explain the situation. You say, I've been a loyal customer for 5 years, but I just found a better deal with a different provider. Can you match that price or offer me a discount? They might say, let me see what I can do. And then, they come back with a counteroffer. Maybe they can offer you a $20 discount, or maybe they can throw in some extra features for free. The key is to be persistent, but also respectful. Don't be afraid to walk away if you don't get the deal you want. And always remember, you have the power to negotiate. You're not just a customer, you're a valuable asset to these companies. They want to keep you, and they'll often work with you to make that happen. Now, I want to ask you a question. What's the biggest bill you're struggling with right now? Is it your internet, cable, or insurance bill? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. If you're struggling with debt, or if you're just looking for ways to save money, you're not alone. Millions of people are in the same situation, and there are many resources available to help. You can start by checking out our previous videos on debt payoff strategies, or you can visit our website for more information. If that just clicked for you, hit like, it tells me to keep making this content. And if you know someone who's struggling with their bills, send them this video. It might just change their life. In our next video, we'll be talking about how to save money on your groceries. It's called the $500 Grocery Challenge, How to Save 50% on Your Food Bill. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I'd like to share another example of how negotiating your bills can make a significant difference. My neighbor, Alex, was paying $200 per month for his internet, cable, and phone bundle. He had been with the same provider for over 10 years and never thought to question his bill. One day, he decided to call his provider and ask if they could offer him a better deal. After speaking with the customer retention department, they offered him a $50 discount on his monthly bill, just for being a loyal customer. That's $600 per year in savings, simply by making a phone call. It's also worth noting that many providers offer promotions and discounts to new customers, but they often forget about their existing customers. That's why it's essential to periodically review your bills and negotiate with your provider. You can say something like, "I've been a loyal customer for X years, and I've noticed that new customers are getting a better deal than me. Can you offer me a discount or a promotion to match what you're offering new customers?" This approach can be very effective, as providers want to keep their existing customers happy and prevent them from switching to a competitor. Another strategy you can use is to negotiate with your provider during the right time. For example, if you're calling to negotiate your cable bill, try calling during the summer months when fewer people are signing up for new services. This can give you more leverage, as the provider may be more willing to offer you a discount to keep you as a customer. On the other hand, if you're calling to negotiate your internet bill, try calling during the holiday season when many people are shopping for new devices and internet plans. This can be a great time to negotiate, as providers may be more willing to offer discounts and promotions to attract new customers. It's also important to be aware of the different types of discounts that providers offer. For example, some providers offer a loyalty discount for long-term customers, while others offer a bundle discount for customers who sign up for multiple services. By understanding the different types of discounts available, you can negotiate more effectively and get the best deal possible. For instance, if you're currently paying $150 per month for your internet and cable, you could ask your provider if they offer a bundle discount for customers who sign up for phone service as well. This could potentially save you an additional $20 to $30 per month. In addition to negotiating with your provider, you can also consider switching to a different provider altogether. This can be a great way to save money, especially if you're currently paying a high rate for your services. However, before making the switch, make sure to do your research and compare the different plans and prices available. You can use online tools and websites to compare the different providers and find the best deal for your needs. For example, you could use a website like Consumer Reports to compare the different internet and cable providers in your area, and find the one that offers the best combination of price and service. By being proactive and negotiating your bills, you can save hundreds, even thousands of dollars per year. It's worth taking the time to review your bills, do your research, and negotiate with your provider. Remember, you have the power to negotiate, and providers want to keep you as a customer. So, don't be afraid to speak up and ask for a better deal. You might be surprised at how much you can save. For example, let's say you're currently paying $100 per month for your internet service. You've done your research and found a better deal with a different provider for $70 per month. You call your current provider and explain the situation, and they offer you a $15 discount on your monthly bill. That's still $15 more than the competitor's price, so you ask if they can do any better. They come back with a counteroffer of $80 per month, which is still not as good as the competitor's price. At this point, you have to decide whether to accept the counteroffer or switch to the competitor. If you decide to switch, you could save $10 per month, or $120 per year. It's also worth noting that negotiating your bills is not just about saving money, it's also about getting the best service possible. By negotiating with your provider, you can get additional features and services that you might not have been able to afford otherwise. For example, you could negotiate for a free upgrade to a faster internet speed, or a free addition of a premium channel to your cable package. These additional features and services can greatly enhance your overall experience and make your services more enjoyable. In terms of specific numbers, let's consider a scenario where you're currently paying $200 per month for your internet, cable, and phone bundle. You've done your research and found a better deal with a different provider for $150 per month. You call your current provider and explain the situation, and they offer you a $25 discount on your monthly bill. That's still $25 more than the competitor's price, so you ask if they can do any better. They come back with a counteroffer of $175 per month, which is still not as good as the competitor's price. At this point, you have to decide whether to accept the counteroffer or switch to the competitor. If you decide to switch, you could save $50 per month, or $600 per year. By being aware of the different options and strategies available, you can negotiate your bills more effectively and get the best deal possible. Remember to always do your research, be polite and respectful, and don't be afraid to walk away if you don't get the deal you want. With the right approach and mindset, you can save hundreds, even thousands of dollars per year, and get the best service possible.